So
eating
I have a
pussy for
problem,
straight
Whitney.
year.
Can you help me with this?
Yes.
This
Okay.
is Whitney. I couldn't even look him in the face when this happened. So yeah, she's the right person for this.
Okay, so last week we sat down after one of our podcasts and we decided let's reach out to comics we haven't had or performers that could be guests on Tiger Belly. So what I did is I went to my phone, my contact
Here's
list.
what I'll say. I think when listening to the Neil one, Neil Brennan, which I love, by the way, it is weird because you like don't want to ask people to be on your podcast because it's like you're like, but so many people ask. We don't normally have to ask.
Right.
Am I making any sense?
No, I don't get what you're saying.
Well, just when Neil was like, "How come you haven't asked me to be on?" I would shoot myself in the head before I'd ask Neil to be on my podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then you're like, "Well, why haven't you asked me?" And I'm like, "Why haven't you asked me?" It's just like there's no there's no consistent procedure yet.
This
protocol.
is beyond that. This is
Okay,
beyond
sorry.
that
This
nightmare.
is beyond that nightmare. So I went through my whole and I was, there's some names in here. I was like, you know what? They're gonna say no, but I'm gonna reach out anyway, right?
New Bob.
New Bob is like,
Has self-worth.
Yeah, and so
Bobby Lee.
So and people that had said no in the past, I reached out to like Sebastian Maniscalco, and he wants to do it now. We're trying to find a date. And there's other ones. So I went down and I got down to the T's, right?
Titus.
And I saw Daniel Tosh.
Oh, yeah.
In my phone under
Are
D Tosh.
such a fucking masochist. Oh my god. Okay.
All right, so I go, hey, it's Bobby Lee. This probably isn't your number anymore, but can you do my podcast, please? I love you. That's what I said. He responds right away. He goes, Bobby, I would love to, brother. Here, have your folks send me the details. And he's like, thank God I didn't change my number. Right?
So sweet.
Sweet.
Lovely.
So I go, thanks, dude! Exclamation. He goes, of course, I'm honored. And I almost cried. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's, something's going on.
Is he a Scientologist now? What happened
Yeah,
to Tosh?
so the next day, it says, Bobby, your podcast today, I'm so sorry about you and Kalila. He goes all into it. And then he goes, then this is where it gets fishy. He goes, let's get together this weekend. I'll be in LA. It'd be great to catch up. Love you, man. So I'm like, wow, he's religious or I don't know. Like, I'm around. It's been tough. Let's get coffee or something. Let me know. Then he responds right away. Say strong, brother. And then this and that. And then I look up at, I don't have his picture saved, but I look up into this photo right here.
Oh my God.
And it says
my God.
Tosh. I don't know what that means. So I Google Tosh, and it's the same Indian guy.
Wait, I didn't even know this.
I told you, Whitney.
Sit down, please.
I had such secondhand embarrassment over
Oh my
this.
God.
Right.
Wait, who is this guy?
Right.
He's
I don't.
CEO of.
So
A diverse person?
Yes.
right. So I saved D Tosh, and I should have put Tosh as the anyway.
It's okay.
I saved it as
Googled
D
him.
Tosh. So then I go, hey Tosh, I thought I was texting with Daniel Tosh, the comedian. Sorry for the miscommunication and misunderstanding. Ha ha ha. I'm so sorry. And then he goes,
Let me stop you. Hold on.
Yeah.
The fact that Tosh sent you to his people is the craziest part of this.
Wait, who is he?
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
I looked him up. He is the CEO of this company. It's like a tech company.
What?
So like he does have people.
Why is he in your phone?
but this is how I changed because in the past I would have gone, I'm just gonna have him on my podcast.
The fact that he didn't.
We always
This
have this guy, Tosh, some random guy on our podcast
CEO.
just because I fucked up on the whole thing.
Tosh. Yeah, he's the founder of Char.
We gotta have him on.
The fact
I
that
think we
he-
have to have him on now.
He
I think
should
we
have
have.
known, like, this isn't for me.
Yeah, so in my head, right, I'm
What
like,
a narcissist was like, he I'm sure this happens. Anyone that has a name similar to a famous person, it happens all the time.
but they don't have a similar name.
Daniel Tosh and Tosh.
Yeah, that's his first
Okay,
name.
if a comedian that is not known for having all,
Right.
the cards in the deck, texts you about his
this is how-
podcast, he should have deduced, like, oh, he's probably talking about Daniel Tosh.
Right. But this is how dumb I am. and how I don't read things. So his initial response was, "Love to, brother. Have your folks send me the details."
By the way, in the
email.
fact, like I already knew it wasn't Tosh when he was like, "I listened to your episode of Tiger."
I know.
Sorry about
But
your
this-
breakup. Like
he goes, "Miss you so much." Vix and I got to see you at the comedy club a few weeks ago.
you should.
So in my head, I'm like, "Who's Vix?"
Vix.
I don't know Vix. All right, because I know Tosh's
Can you
wife.
imagine Tosh watching a comedy show?
I know, and he would have called it the store, not comedy club. I mean, there's just so many signs. But in my head, I'm
He's like, I saw your skit down at the comedy club. You're like, what?
yeah.
How? Yeah.
Yeah. So I not only did I not fuck you, man. Fuck you.
When he came home and told me this story, I was like, get out of my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of my
Remember I called you and I called him. I called him. Don't email the guy.
I was so disappointed. I bragged to so many friends. We're gonna finally get Daniel Tosh for the 5 years.
Have you?
I
Do
love
you
that
have
guy.
Tosh's?
No, I don't even
tried-
have his fucking number, dude.
Do you have his? Can we FaceTime him?
No, don't FaceTime now. I'm so embarrassed. Please don't. Not right now.
Well, you just don't respond. It'll go away. You just have to not respond.
No, I already did. I said. I mean, he said he at the
apologized.
end. I apologize, and at the end he goes, "It's all good. Yeah, it would be the first. Cheers."
Okay.
But now I have to get Tosh on here, just for like at least 15 minutes, and go.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Would it?
We,
I feel like we milked that for all it was worth. I
Yeah.
feel like that was the perfect ending to the story, and it's over.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Anyway,
over.
so do you think I handled it well?
Not particularly. But yeah, that's just a nightmare. But the bigger question is, Tosh, has he ever done a podcast? I'm trying.
That's why I thought, oh my God, he
You're the
doesn't
fir-
do all the
you're the
other
first
ones,
one.
right? So I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is gonna be great for me.
it was
You know?
worse for me because when he said Kalila, sorry about